The remake of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 came out today, and it's pretty damn incredible. However, I've noticed a pretty big problem, and surprisingly it's not with the game, but rather the players. Other than the levels being remade with a lovely coat of shine, the game has implemented a progression system largely based around challenges. And in my eyes this is a great idea. There are over 700 challenges, and completing them gives you loads of rewards. You get experience to level up and unlock new things to buy, you get cash to buy those things with, and you can unlock new outfits for the existing skaters, just loads of stuff, even including stuff for your creator park. I think the developers worked out that going for a high score just isn't enough anymore, and people want more from their game. In fact, it's largely in line with what I talked about with tertiary loops in Marvel's Avengers in the last video I did. Once people have unlocked all the levels, they're going to want more to do, and completing these challenges is both a great thing for completionists and just people who want to play the game and get more out of it. So where do players come into this? Well, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games have always had a create a park feature, and the one in this game is great, and for the first time, not counting Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, because why would I, you're able to share these parks with other players. Now, as I was excitedly perusing the new creations, first I saw like a roller coaster level and I hopped onto it, and it said if you just hold the triangle button you'll do an infinite grind, and I thought, oh, that's kind of neat. So I was grinding on this rail for a ridiculously long time, and as soon as I hopped off, holy shit, I just unlocked like 4 silver trophies and completed about 10 challenges. Of course, I checked the challenges, and they're some of the hardest ones to complete, like getting over 500 tricks in a combo or getting a score of over 100,000 points in a single trick. Fuck, I realise what's happening here. So I turn in the reward for the challenges, and I level up 6 times from turning in a single challenge. Yeah, these are the hardest challenges to complete in the game, and I just completed them in a few seconds by holding triangle. Awesome. Now, what a lot of developers would have done is restrict it so that in the Create a Park tool, you can't earn challenges or trophies. In fact, I know this is what they would have done, because if you check the challenge descriptions, they say that the gameplay modifiers are disabled. So they want people to complete these challenges legitimately, and that's fair enough, especially when a large part of the lifetime of your game is based around completing these challenges. I'm the kind of player that would look at these challenges and think, okay, this is one day what I'm going to work towards, this is like the end game. And now I've just completely screwed that up for myself by doing this one Create a Park. I just realised I've actively impeded the time in which the game is going to be enjoyable for me. And naturally this is what players do. I remember when Little Big Planet came out, levels were created that did exactly the same thing. If other players play these levels like I did without realising that it's going to activate all these challenges, then they're screwing it up for themselves. Because I know I've screwed it up for myself. But even then, that's just personal taste. So why do I think this is an issue? Well, because if the developers see that these parks are being exploited to get free trophies and challenges, what they're going to do is they're going to disable it so that no creator parks will enable challenges. And this is what's going to damage the game. The levels in the game right now are its base content, and that base content is going to get exhausted. But the player created parks are infinite, like almost procedurally generated content. There's going to be new parks every day to skate. And if you can't complete challenges in these parks because they've disabled it because people were exploiting it, then there's not going to be much point skating in the player-made parks. The player-created parks don't have leaderboards or high scores or anything, so when you're skating in it, it's purely for your own enjoyment. So being able to complete these challenges is a great way to get you to continue skating in them. But I'd put my money on it. They're going to disable challenges and trophies. You're not going to be able to earn them in player-made parks if people keep doing this. So I guess not many people are going to watch this video, but please, I implore you, don't ruin the game for yourself, and don't ruin the game for other people by creating these parks. It is an exploit, and exploits are dangerous to live service games. If a lot of players stop playing the game because they've already completed the hardest challenges, what point do they have to continue supporting the game with more content? People aren't going to play it because they're not playing the game anymore. Yeah, I know some people might disagree, and I fully understand. The early Tony Hawk Pro Skater games were never about challenges, it was just about completing the levels and getting high scores and having a great time. But games don't hold up like that in this modern day. They need stuff like challenges and progression systems in order to be sustainable. So yeah, it was a quickie. I really enjoy skate games, it's how I started my YouTube channel, and when Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out, the remake, and I saw how great it was, I got excited, only for that excitement to be slightly stumped. Otherwise, if you're watching this and you haven't bought the game yet, but you enjoy skating games, go for it. It's the best Tony Hawk Pro Skater game to release in like over a decade, and otherwise your only choices are Session and Skate XL, but they're very different kinds of skating games. Otherwise, please leave a rating on the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you guys. Have a great day. This is me, Evans with a Z111, out. Peace.